Hello, friends. It's that time of year. This is it. This is what we've all been waiting for. Again, as we typically do every year, I play that quick little intro music, and not too long. Careful not to play too much of it, so we
I
don't
wouldn't worry
get.
about it. I don't know if it actually came through.
Oh, you couldn't hear it.
No, not really.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, we won't get sued now.
Yeah, no, that's true. So here we go. So this is going to be tomorrow's episode. So we're doing this in advance of the Masters. So this is your annual Masters preview Sarcasm Speaks episode. We've been doing it. I don't know. It has to be our fourth year, right? It's our fourth year on the doing the show.
Um,
We've been
this
doing
is
it
probably
since
our
we were in
fifth.
Jamie's year.
This is
Jamie's room.
probably our fifth Masters. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Okay. All right. So there we go. Yeah, I remember the first one was in Jamie's room with Chris.
Yep.
So I think we were still recording on my phone at the time.
I don't even know.
Or if we even had video.
We might
Yeah, I
not have
think we
even
had.
done video.
Yeah, we might not have even had video at that point. But yeah, either way, here we are. This is it. This is again, it's if you're a golf fan, this is the Super Bowl. Um, it's the best tournament of the year, arguably the biggest tournament of the year.
Dude, it's one of the biggest. So I was explaining this to someone. It's one of the biggest sporting events in the fucking country.
Yeah, you get people. That's why I say I liken it to the Super Bowl because you have people that aren't golf fans watch golf this weekend. Like this, there's a lot of people like that. The only football game they watch all year is the Super Bowl. There's a lot of people the only golf they watch all year is the Masters. Um, it is what it is. Like it's one of the greatest sporting events of the year, in my opinion. I would put it up there with the Super Bowl. It's one of those things that just gets more eyeballs than just about anything. I would say, Super Bowl, Masters, like Daytona 500. I don't know what else you would put up there. So the other sports obviously are tough because it's a 7-game series. So, maybe game 7 of the World Series, if there is one,
Yeah, if
but, right?
Like in like Final Four.
Right.
But like Final Four happens every year, so I guess that's fine. Hey, do you have any action on Max Homa for this week?
I believe I do.
Okay, never mind then.
Why did he just like die in a car crash or something?
No, I just found a inconsistent number on him.
Oh, well, maybe. I mean, I'll hit him again.
FanDuel has him 34.
All right. Yeah. Wow. What is he like? 18 to 20 in most places?
Well, we're gonna get to this, but
yeah. All right. So how do you want to run with this? Do you want to start outrights? Do you want to just talk about the course? I guess we could talk about the course, right? First, and then get into betting.
Yeah, did you know that people forget that it's more undulated than people think?
Yeah, the cameras don't do it justice.
I had another fucking guy. He went to the ANWA and he was like, "Oh, like the thing is like, the TVs don't show how hilly it really is." Oh, really? Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, so for anyone that's not a golf fan, the ANY is the women's amateur championship that gets played the week before the Masters. So that just finished today, right? Yesterday? Today.
Yesterday. Rose Zhang won. She is just fucking disgusting.
She's cleaning up. She's like winning all the amateurs.
So if there was a women's amateur Grand Slam, she would have it because she won NCAA's, U.S. women's, U.S. girls, and now the ANWA.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it gets much better than that.
No, there's nothing else. There's literally nothing else.
Yeah.
Unless as an amateur you win the U.S. Women's Open, that would be it.
Right.
But that's that's not an amateur event. That's a professional event.
Right. Yeah, because I saw someone tweeted and was like, "Hey, it might be time to turn pro."
Yeah, I
So
mean, it all depends on where she's at. I mean, she's good enough to play.
yeah.
She's only a sophomore in college, though.
Oh, I do not have
FanDuel,
Max Homa.
FanDuel.
All right, I'm on it.
Um, so the big thing with Augusta, okay, so like joking aside, um, the big change for this year is the 13th tee.
Right.
I do believe they regraded 7 and 14 greens. Not like hole number 7, hole number 4. I said that weird. Hole
Right.
number 7, hole number 14. I think they regraded the greens. I would imagine that 7, they didn't get rid of that funnel pin for Sunday because that's just like a thing that they do. Um, I doubt they would get rid of that. I think that would be kind of stupid. But the big thing is 13T moving way back.
Yes.
So we'll kind of see how it plays out. It looks like a shoot, like 18 now. So best of luck.
Yeah.
I guess it looks awfully claustrophobic back there.
Yeah, it looks very, very difficult. I mean, these guys are professionals; they'll be fine. But um, that's a tough tee box. I had said so. I think it was Foreplay Pod posted a picture from the new tee box, like looking out, and they had like numbers everywhere, and they were like, "Oh, where are you hitting your tee shot into?" And I think 1 was the trees on the left, 2 was the trees on the right, 3 was like a dribbler,
Creek.
like yeah, like in the front of the tee
Ray's
box.
Creek runs in front.
4 was short in the fairway, and then 5 was like where everyone normally lands it. So I was like, the jitters on the tee box, I probably hit it off the heel and slice it into 1. And then my second shot, I'll overcorrect and it'll go straight into the woods in 2. Then I'll half swing, bunt 1 out short of 4 into the fairway, and then hit my next shot into Ray's Creek, and then probably walk off and look for the cart girl.
Yeah, the cart girl at Augusta National.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so other than that, I mean, like I know it was a super easy hole for the last few years. I don't think it's gonna change much. I don't know how far back they moved it. I don't know how many yards, but I don't know. I mean, it's still gonna be driver 5 iron for these guys. Like, dude, like again, it's like a little bit of this like rollback shit. Not to get too far into it, but like driver 5 iron for these guys might cover, with all things flat, might cover 450 yards.
Yeah.
So then if you catch the hill the right way and the ball rolls, now it's covering almost 500 yards.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what people want. And never mind, I did watch the women's amateur, and did they play in twosomes? I think they played in twosomes. The last 3 groups, 6 girls, each one of them laid up off the tee, laid up in the fairway, and hit a wedge. I'm sorry, that is not fucking fun to watch.
It's not.
That is not fucking fun to watch. So I don't know what these rollback people want. And here's another thing. I don't know what clubs they were hitting. Like I know it wasn't driver off the tee. It's probably a 3-wood. I know they were laying up and then they were hitting a wedge.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what club they were. I just know that was insanely fucking not exciting.
Yeah, because you want someone to try and go for it, right? Like you want someone to get it on the greens to see if they can get there. Maybe you fuck it up. Maybe they had the ball ends in Ray's Creek. You know, it's
on 15, Rose Zhang fucking she fucking buried a hybrid into the water.
Yeah.
Now someone did spin a wedge off the front, but like I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. It's like there's just not the same of when someone spins a wedge off the front into the water, I'm like, all right. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But like when she pulls hybrid and it's like, didn't make it. I was like, all right, well, tough up and down now.
Right.
He can
Right.
still make par. I don't know. It's just whatever. So they're moving it back. I think these guys can still have like no real issue reaching. I just hope it's not a fucking layup fest. Like I don't know which way the wind typically moves on 13. I know how it moves on 12 and it's in a fucking circle.
Yeah. Like in the video game.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, fine, lengthen it, no problem. I don't care. People seem to be like very upset that Augusta National bought more land. I could fucking care less what they do.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
So I don't know. 13's gonna be longer. It'll probably play a fraction harder, but it probably still won't make people happy enough.
No, it won't.
That's how I'm.
Well, the other
at
thing
it.
about it too is I saw, I mean, we're less away now. We're only a couple days away, but since last week, the weather has turned. I guess originally it was supposed to be like 70s and 80s and sun,
Oh, it's supposed to be shitty, right?
and now it's going to be rain Friday, Saturday. I think Thursday is going to be a little chilly, and I still think Sunday is going to be okay. But if it softens up, then that's obviously going to take some distance away too, right? Like if it rains all week. Let me see if I can pull up the weather really quick for Augusta, Georgia on my app as I try and speak and go at the same time. But yeah, if it rains all week, it's going to play soft. So you're not going to get the big rollouts from the driver. All right, so I got it here. Rain tomorrow, 74 degrees. Tuesday is 84. Wednesday's 89. Thursday is 86, but 57% chance of thunderstorms. So that's not ideal.
No, it's not.
No, because that means a potential delay. Friday is 70 with 60% chance of rain. Oof. Saturday is 56 with an 80% chance of rain. And Sunday is 66 with a 60% chance of rain.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
And then if there is a delay on Friday for whatever reason and there needs to be a Monday finish, Monday is 72 and rain.
Shit, they're getting just pummeled.
Yeah. But then after that, so starting Tuesday.
Well, don't worry about it. There ain't no after that.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's 75 and sun, 76 and sun, 79 sun, 82 sun, 83 clouds, 83 clouds. So like it's literally just raining for the days of the tournament and then that's it.
And potentially Monday.
Yeah. So Saturday's probably going to be tough. 56 and rain. So I don't know.
Yeah, that might still be the second round by then.
It could be. Yeah. So any of those guys that, go out early Thursday, late Friday, that would then potentially have to finish early on Saturday. That might be a sneaky, I'll have to look into that more. That might be like a sneaky miss the cut bet. If you can find someone who's like, kind of a fringe guy, like,
playing the weather.
I
will tell you that will be factored into the number because these daily fantasy guys do this every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they create like a weather lineup.
I can't even think of someone who's like a fringe guy that would even like make sense for though. Like a Tommy Fleet. Well, no, Tommy Fleetwood tends to play pretty decent in weather, I think. I don't know, but someone along those lines.
I would say like Zalatoris right now because that would be like a sneaky one because his back's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Now he's good enough to like deal with that. But if his back locks up because of the fucking cold and the rain and the wind and all that shit.
Statistically, he's also over a half stroke better than everybody else since he's been playing at Augusta. So he's only played 8 rounds at Augusta. So I went on Data Golf and I set, whatever parameters. So for everyone that's played a minimum of 8 rounds at Augusta, their strokes gain performance, and I'll just list like, the top 5 or 6 guys. Number 1 is Will Zalatoris, who's gaining 3.5 strokes in his 8 rounds. Second place is Scotty Scheffler at plus 2.9. So 3.5 to 2.9 is first to second place. Like, Zalatoris plays this place that well. Hasn't won yet, but he came in second in his first ever Augusta in T6 last year. So Scotty's second, Jordan Spieth is third at plus 277. John Rahm is fourth at 2.59. And then Tiger Woods is fifth at 2.49. So, and then after that, it's like guys that haven't played this course in fucking years. It's like Chris DeMarco, Anthony Kim. I don't even, whatever. So that's your top 5. And again, anyone that's played a minimum of 8 rounds there, Will Zalatoris blows everybody out of the water when it comes to strokes gained, right? Like I just mentioned too, obviously that hasn't translated to a win yet, but he's good. He plays this course good. I know he's got a bit of an injury, but that would be a scary one. I don't think I would bet him to miss the cut.
Well, it depends. It'd be a weather play.
Right.
It would be a weather play, and it would also be a fucking gamble because his odds to miss the cut are going to be fucking astronomical.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, that's why I picked him.
Yeah.
Fucking Siwoo. Pick Siwoo Kim.
Yeah.
If he gets the worst of the weather, he's probably not moving on.
Right. Exactly. So I watched the video you sent me the other day. Yeah. Mike Wolf, I think was his name. That was a really cool video. So, couple things. One, it was really interesting to kind of see that Augusta wasn't like a thing until like the 60s. Like the Masters, I should say. So Augusta was kind of like a whatever golf course when it was built in, I think, the 20s. And it wasn't until the 60s when the Masters became like the Masters. And it took Arnold Palmer, I guess, going there and winning a bunch of times for the tournament to become, closer to what it is now. I thought that was interesting, right? Because I didn't know that. I just kind of always assumed it was, it was always this like lauded tournament, but it wasn't. And then the other thing is the fucking course layout and like the original like course kind of sucked, right? Like it's gone. So I guess the other part of that is it's gone through a lot of changes. So the people now that are bitching, like you had said earlier, oh, I can't believe Augusta had to buy new land. Oh, they had to move the tee boxes back. Oh, it's so bad for the game. Oh, guys are hitting it too far. It's not how the course was meant to be played. Augusta in and of itself has been changed, I don't even know, probably at least a dozen times, right? Since 1923 when it was built. Like
probably more.
Yeah. So like all of these people,
it changes every year. Every single year it changes.
So all these people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe the game has gotten away from everyone so bad that now Augusta has to change the course. We need to roll the ball back. It's like the course has like gone through bigger changes in different years. Like they completely changed one of the holes one year.
Well,
was it the 11th?
Well, they flipped the 9s after the first.
Oh
Masters.
Yeah.
That's number 1.
Yeah. And then I think it was 11 or.
Well, 11 used to play differently. It used to play more like a dogleg right.
Okay.
Now it like kind of like serpentines a little bit.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember what that guy Mike said in the video. And there was one hole that like completely changed its layout.
So 16 used to it used to have water right of the green. Now water's left. And they moved the tee for it as well. Like the Augusta's, I mean, it's always changing.
Yeah.
Always.
And
So
the 16 green is like a fucking NASCAR bank.
yeah, and it was on the other side of the water before.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, all these people that are like flipping out about, like you said, about the ball and about the 13th tee, they can all pound sand. As far as I'm concerned, they're full of shit. So what was your, like, did you have any takeaways from that video?
Not really. I just thought it was a nice
Just thought it
video.
was cool. Yeah.
I just thought it was a nice video that gets the week going.
Yeah, it gets the juices flowing. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I said, I didn't know, there was a lot of things I wasn't aware of when it comes to the Masters in Augusta. So if I could remember his name, I would give him a shout out, but I think it's Mike Wolf. If you
It was
want
from No Laying Up.
Yeah, okay. All right. So you can find them and find the video. All right. Well, do you want to get into it?
Who we have?
Yep.
Yeah, I need to pull up. Yeah, okay. So I'll go with shortest odds when I got them. So I have Xander Schauffele outright 22-1 and top 5. You can currently get him on, is that FanDuel? You can currently get him on FanDuel at 29. So no CLV trophy for me there. Otherwise, his odds have basically stood still. Finau, I got him at 28. You can still get him at 28. So I guess we're fine on that. I just right now sitting here fired Homa 34-1. His odds vary from 20-1 to 34-1. So I grabbed him on FanDuel. 34 next. I have both Tyrrell Hatton and Corey Connors at 66. The best you can find Connors now, today's winner, is 55.
Wow.
And if you want a Hatton at 65, it's still out there. But it's anywhere from 40 to 65.
So you got your CLV trophy for Corey Connors.
Corey Connors. Yep, Hatton kind of stood there. I just thought Hatton is better than 66-1. I don't think he'll actually win, but
yeah, it's more of the number.
I mean, he could win. Like, I'm not like, dude, he's like top 10 in strokes gained total.
Right. Well, yeah, he's one of those guys where you don't think he's going to win, but he'll be close enough with a number like 66. You'd fucking kick yourself if you didn't have him.
Yeah. And then my biggest CLV trophy is going to be Jason Day, 80-1. Best you can get him at right now is 29.
Wow.
So I will I win the CLV of this year's Masters.
Yeah. So I'm
also looking because I'm like, who can I snag a good one on?
So I got a couple good ones for you too. But so to win, I have so what I did, let me back up. When FanDuel opened up for like the $1 million worth of bonus bets, I took basically $100 in the bonus bets because I forget what they were, but I got $100 for one thing and I got $200 for another thing. So when I opened my FanDuel, I had $300 worth of bonus bets. So I took $100 of it and I bet a bunch of futures for the Masters. So I have a bunch of outrights already that basically I don't really hold any liability on because it was bonus bets, right? It's quite literally free money. So if they lose, whatever, who cares? So these guys that I have at FanDuel, I actually, and I talked about this in a previous episode, I covered the top of the board because most likely it's going to be one of the top three guys. Realistically, probably the top two, unless Rory gets his shit together. Because
Rory is first on the board right now.
Yeah. So I got Rory at plus 750. So I took him. John Rahm, who was also at plus 750, and Scotty Scheffler, who I got at 13-1. So I don't know where they're at now.
Roar's is 750, Scheffler's 750, and Rahm is 950.
Okay, so I got my CLV trophy on Scotty,
but I have to take it away for Rahm.
For Rahm, yeah.
And that's amongst, because the site I'm tracking with is only DraftKings, FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, which is actually funny because those are the 4 books I have accounts with. And then I have some in-person tickets from Barstool. Oh, I still have my bookie stuff too.
So I took a CLV loss, a big time hit on Morikawa. I have Morikawa at 19-1, and on FanDuel right now he's 29. So I might hit him again. Like I might throw $5 on him again at 29-1. But we'll see. I don't know. Because Morikawa is my bonus bet. So like I said, if win or lose, I don't care. It wasn't my real money anyway. Then I also have Tom Kim at 36-1.
Yuck.
So
he's 80.
He's 80-1 now. Yeah, that's another big loss. I think I took him, I don't know, whenever we were talking about that. This was a few weeks ago. However, I have 2 wins to get it back. So I took 2 losses with Morikawa and Tom Kim. I have 2 big wins. One of them is not as big as yours because it's the same guy. I have Jason Day at 75-1. I didn't get him at 80, but I got him.
I must have moved the market then.
Yeah. So that's still on my bookie. So I do have a couple future bets still on my bookie, even though I withdrew all my money. So I have Jason Day 75-1, and I also have Brooks Koepka at 75-1.
Yeah, that's good because he's at 35 right now.
Yeah, he's down. Yeah, he 34 in some places. So
yeah, he's between 33 and 35.
Yeah. So I got Bruce at 75-1. So big win there.
Here's another one. You want a number that doesn't make any fucking sense? Abe Answer 160-1.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That doesn't make any sense. He's good. I think he's played well here before too.
He's done all right. I mean, he's definitely getting like the live.
Well, he missed the cut last year. But he's played here 3 times. He was T13 in the first time in 2021 because they played twice in 2021. So
not entirely true.
Well, I'm just looking at it says 2021A and 2021B.
Okay. Well, they played. I mean, DJ won in 2020. It was just in November.
Yeah. So that was okay. So that was actually 2020. Then they call it 2021A, but that's just because it was the 21 season, technically. So in the fall, the fall of 2020, he was T13, and then in the spring of 2021, he was T26, and then, like I said, he missed the cut last year. But
yeah, I mean, so the only thing I will say is really hard is I don't know how to handle any of these live guys.
Yeah, I mean, Answer might be if he's at 160 to 1 to win, he might be an interesting like top 40 bet.
Yeah, because you figure his top 20, 160 divided by 4. No.
Would be
No, that's a top
40.
5. So he's 40 to 1 top 5.
20 to 1 top 10.
So he should be a 10 to 1 top 2. Yeah, he might be 5 to 1 top 40.
Yeah, if you can get Abraham Answer at 5 to 1 for a top 40, like that's.
Although I don't know if the numbers are going to be as good for the Masters because it's such a small field. Like to finish top 40, you don't have to beat that many guys.
But even
some of them
still,
are fucking old as hell.
So if you take that into account, if his top
he might be like
250. Yeah, I was gonna say if he's plus 250 to finish top 40, like I'm still taking that. So yeah, so that's Abraham Answer. That's a sneaky one. I got to write that down so I don't forget. Masters. Because so the other thing too is obviously right now we're recording this on Sunday night. It's coming out Monday. We can't get the placement bets yet. Those typically don't come out until Tuesday. I will say, I don't know if you've noticed this. DraftKings seems to have the lines have most lines first, right? Like DraftKings seems to be the place that if you want something like early, they'll probably have it.
Yeah, the number won't be as good, but
no, because I think DraftKings, they might release their placement bets like Monday nights. Either Monday nights or Tuesday mornings, if everyone else is Tuesday nights. Like I've noticed over the last couple of weeks, like I said, that DraftKings typically has the lines first. But then again, like we've talked about before on the show, don't forget about BetMGM if you're going to be placing finishing position bets because they pay ties in full. So if you missed that episode, what that basically means is your odds don't get chopped if there's ties. So in golf, you can finish tied for 10th place. So if you took someone, plus 100, which is even odds, you bet $100 to win $100. If there's 3 other guys that finish tied for 10th place, so there's 4 total, you're only getting paid $25. So I mean, you get your 100, you get your bet back, obviously, but you're getting paid back $125, basically. Instead of, betting 100 to be paid back 200, you're getting paid 125. So, BetMGM does not do that. So whatever the odds are, regardless of ties, you still get paid the amount. So again, something to take into account. Also give a shout out to BetMGM. They're eventually going to be a sponsor on the show. We're still in the pipeline of the approval process, but we'll be there eventually. So
how does Cameron Champ play here?
Let's find out.
Because also DraftKings has their 5s and 10s out.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. DraftKings is always has it first.
But they're not. Yeah, so that's the thing. They have it first, but their numbers aren't as good. So that's what you get if you want to get it early.
Right.
You give up a little bit.
Right. Cameron Champ actually plays pretty good. His strokes gained over the course. He's played here 12 rounds. He's played 3 times. He's plus 1.9 strokes gained here.
Do you have his finishes?
Yep. So the fall of 2020, he was T19. And then the following spring, he was T26. And last year, he was T10.
He's 300 to 1.
For top 20?
Hold on. I said 300 to 1. That's to win.
Oh, to win. Yeah. So
no, so his top 10 is 16, which means his 20 should probably be about 8, maybe 6, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his 40, he could be 3 to 1, top 40. Write him down too.
Yeah, I just did. Way ahead of you.
Although this year, so I mean, it's worth five. I mean, it's probably worth $5-10 anyway.
Yeah.
Um, I do not think he's been very good this year.
No, I don't think so either, actually. But I don't know if I can find his recent form or not.
Yeah.
I can look it up if you have someone else to look at.
No, I mean, I'm just kind of like ripping through the odds board. I mean, someone else that's interesting for a place would be Tom Hoagie. I mean, he's number one in approach.
Yeah.
His outright is 100, and his top 10 is 7-1, 7.5-1. You could probably sneak your way into getting him almost even money, top 40, if DraftKings offers them. The only thing is, like, obviously, like, this is new to Massachusetts. So I don't know how, like, some of the top 40s go and some of the top 20s go. Like, it seems like some of those numbers could almost be too good to be true. So I could see them not offering them, or they could get like really cut up.
Right.
And like I said, in an event like this where the field is so limited and, there's 20 guys that aren't winning it. We know that.
Yeah.
So just got to see.
Yeah. Oh, so DraftKings yeah, you're right, has the top 5 and top 10. They don't have top 20s yet or 40s. So yeah, I looked up Cameron Champ. Wolf is putting it nicely.
Oh, he's sucked this year.
He's played 10 events this year. He's made the cut twice. He missed the cut this week at the Valspar.
Great.
Missed the cut at the Genesis. Missed the cut at the Waste Management. Finished T53 at Torrey. Missed the cut at the RSM. And then missed the cut at the Houston Open and the Worldwide Technology. Finished 8th at the Zozo all the way back in October. And then missed the cut in the Shriners and the Fortinet.
Well, if you just I would just run off of
course history. So that's the other thing too.
Just let it be.
I don't know if you follow the guys at BetSperts. BetSperts Golf. I listened to their podcast. They're pretty good. They actually have a pretty cool website. I'm thinking about maybe buying their they have like they just developed a system, yeah, similar to Data Golf, but it's a little bit more in depth. Do you know them? Like, before I talk about shit that you already know. Yeah, so that, I mean, I think it's $20 a month for their thing, but I mean, to have access to all of like different kinds of data and shit might be worth it, especially if you're going to be gambling and winning money from it. So, ideally it pays for itself. But either way, they talk about this all the time, that Augusta National is the #1 course for course history. So they rank all these courses, because some course history doesn't mean anything, right? A guy could play there a million times and it has no correlation to how well they do. But Augusta National is literally ranked #1 in course history importance, meaning that guys that play well here typically tend to always play well here regardless. So like I said, that's something to keep in mind for Cameron Champ. If you can find a top 40 on him, I might fire it. What would you say it would be, like 350?
I mean, if I just kind of like divide as I go down, I don't know if it's like that smooth though, because he was
with 300. You said 300
7-1. Yeah, it was 300-1. He was 7-1 to finish top 10. So top like 20 should be like 353.
Yeah.
So top 40 would be close to 2.
Yeah, maybe like 175.
Maybe even money.
Yeah. Yeah, it
No,
might be.
wait. Was that it? Wait, was that him or was that Answer? Now I don't remember.
No, Answer was 160.
To 1.
Yeah, to win.
No, I think I'm confusing the two guys. Oh, Champ's top 10 is 16 to 1. That's why.
Okay.
So if we just cut this, or if we just divide this like kind of normally, 16 to 1 top 10, 4 to 1 top 20, 2 to 1 top 40.
So could be worth something there.
Could be. I'm also looking at I see for the Open Championship, Jason Day 80 to 1 and Corey Connors 100 to 1.
Oh wow.
Those are offshore though.
So I guess I will also throw it back out there that I did just take Max Homa also 34 to 1. I thought I had him, but I have open bets on my bookie for Homa to win the US Open.
For the US Open
at 34 to 1, and the PGA I have him at 43 to 1. So
I took him. Nope, different app. I think I took him in the Open Championship at 33 because he was like 20 everywhere else, but that might be a losing. That might not be a CLV trophy.
I have Tyrrell to win the Open.
I have him in everything.
Yeah.
I put something on him for every major.
Yeah. I mean, he's playing pretty well. Yeah, I got him 40 to 1 to win the Open.
Yeah, I probably have the same.
But what is Tyrrell Hatton top 10? He's 450 plus 450 to finish top 10 on DraftKings. So I might fire that too.
It's not bad.
I gotta be writing all this stuff down.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna fire any 10s. I'll fire some 20s, but
yeah. All right. Well, you got anything else? Anything else to go over? You want to wrap things up?
Yeah, I don't really have much else for the Masters. I mean, that's who I'm taking. I don't really have much to talk about.
It's a big tournament. I mean, like if betting wise, it's a big tournament. Obviously, everyone knows it's a big actual tournament in real life. But I mean, like my liabilities this week are going to be pretty high. I'm going to be wagering a lot of fucking money on the Masters. It's again similar to the Super Bowl, right? Like if I normally bet, $5-10 on most things, then and single bets, I mean, and if any given week I might be wagering between like $50 and $75. This week I might be wagering $150 or something. I'm gonna have a lot of bets. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff going on this week. So but it's the Masters, right? So I've also, as I typically do every year. So obviously this job that I have now is a little bit more demanding than my previous job. So in my previous job, I basically literally did nothing on Masters Thursday and Friday. I was able to finagle myself to work from home both Thursday and Friday this week. As a result, I'm out. I'm on site Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday all day, but who gives a shit? There's no golf on. Do they televise the par 3?
Yeah, it's like 2 hours or something. I don't know. The par 3 isn't that good.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like I said, I'm going to be at work anyway, but
I don't care about Jack. I don't care about the kids. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah. Don't give a shit about Gary Player. Fuck him.
He sucks.
Yeah. He's a fucking loser. So yeah, I have to be on site Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I'm working from home Thursday, Friday, which means I will be watching the Masters basically all day, Thursday and Friday, in between I should say it this way. my meetings and work will take place in between my watching the Masters, if I can put it that way. So I think in years past, I just took the days off. I think I used to take Friday off. Like I used to like fuck around for like Thursday or whatever and like try to not work as much as I can at my last job. But I would take the Friday off. This year, obviously, I didn't take either day off, but I'll still be watching either way. Like I said, I'll be home both days. So, I mean, I know you guys have it on in the gym.
Yeah, we'll have it on. I usually have to work. Usually I have to work Thursday. This year I'm not working Friday.
Yeah, and so the other thing I'll throw out there too, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this, is how great the experience is for like the app and like the viewing. I've heard like a lot of people talk about this on Twitter. They're like, because the Masters tournament has its own app, right, to watch broadcasts. Like you don't have to go to ESPN Plus or CBS Plus or CBS Sports Plus, whatever the fuck it's called, to like stream all this stuff. It's literally you just go to themasters.com and it's there. You can download the Masters app on your phone. And everyone says it's an absolute. I've never downloaded the app. I might do it this year just because I've heard so many people talk about how great it is. But everyone literally goes, they do one event for the entire year and they have the best viewing experience out of like all the PGA events. And you would think like all the money that the PGA has to invest in these things, they would be able to, build something similar or better, and they just don't. And because the Masters is its own thing, essentially, they provide the best viewing experience. So obviously, once again, it's a year neither one of us will be there. So
sure won't.
Amy's uncle will be there, which is pretty cool. I think I've talked about that.
But only for him.
Yeah, I know, right? It's only cool for him. It's not cool for us. I don't know which day he got, but he did win the lottery last year. So we'll continue to enter and lose every year for the next million years.
Forever.
So, yeah, forever. I don't know, truthfully, I don't know what I would do if I won.
I mean, I would go.
Well, yeah, no. Obviously I would go, but like if I opened up the email and it said like, congratulations, you're going to Augusta. Like, I don't know what I would do. Like, I think immediately
my first step would probably be look for a hotel.
Yeah.
Perhaps pay for the tickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Like, go run around the house screaming?
Yeah, no, exactly. Right. But like,
what are you gonna get up and dance like the fucking grandfather in Willy Wonka?
Get my shoes.
Yeah, like what do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably pay for the tickets first.
Yep.
Then I would start looking for a hotel.
Yep. And then I would fire off a text message to be like,
probably get some kind of flight.
Who's coming? I mean, I know you would 1000% be down. So it would be like, all right, who wants the other 2 tickets?
I think you only get 4 if you get a practice round. I think competition rounds is only 2.
Oh, well. All right. But either way, whatever. So it'd be pretty fucking cool to be able to go.
It would be.
So
it would be.
I could think of worse things.
Yeah.
I could think of worse places to have to go. All right. Well, on that note, you want to wrap things up here?
Yeah. Let me pull up. What do I need? Yes. So when I was in Charleston, we're sitting at some like sports bar, something or other. I don't even know what the fuck it was called. Somewhere in Mount Pleasant. Fine. Guy walks in holding $1 and goes, "Will anyone sell me a cigarette?" And one of the guys at the bar is like, "Hey man, you can just have one." goes, oh, really? He goes, yeah, dude, I don't want the dollar. Just take it.
Yeah.
Which in and of itself is just like a sight to be seen. And like we weren't in like that big of a shithole. Like I thought it was just like a fine place, whatever. And then, so of course, instead of just saying thank you and going outside, he can't help himself but continue to speak.
Obviously.
And like, oh yeah, well, like I really don't smoke that much. So you just bought a cigarette off someone in a bar for $1. If you don't smoke that much, why wouldn't you just not?
Yeah, why would you just not smoke?
Like outside of, again, overpaying for a cigarette. I don't even know what they cost down there. I don't know what they cost. I think they're like $12 up here now. $12 a pack.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Probably depending on the pack, probably more.
And then proceeded to then go, oh yeah, I was gonna get a bag of tobacco for myself though. Like, what? Okay, so a couple things. You just solicited a cigarette in a bar.
Yep.
Clearly, you smoke at some capacity.
Yes.
You then mentioned that you don't smoke that much, but you just solicited a cigarette in a bar. And then your next move was, oh yeah, well, I was gonna buy a bag of tobacco. So you're going to roll your own cigarettes. Sir, that does not sound like someone that doesn't smoke very often.
Yeah, but he doesn't smoke that much.
It sounds like someone that smokes quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I got, but I'm just like, I'm like, just take the cigarette and go outside. Don't speak.
Yeah.
Because now I have to make fun of you.
Yeah, basically.
And I understand you want one that badly. Hey, thanks, man. You go outside and move on with your life.
Right.
Oh, I really don't smoke that much. I was gonna go get a bag of tobacco.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you get a bag of tobacco? If you don't do it that often, just pay the fucking, I don't know what it is in South Carolina money. $8 a pack, maybe? I don't know. I don't even know what it would be.
Yeah, I couldn't even.
I also wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that area too was like very similar to us, because even gas prices were no cheaper.
Yeah.
I don't really know about like tins or anything. I didn't look. I was gonna get a tin, but I didn't.
Yeah.
See, that's usually how that goes. Like,
I would imagine tobacco is probably cheaper though.
It should be.
It's where it comes from. It's literally comes from North and South Carolina.
Yeah, it should be fine. But
and like whatever, Kentucky, wherever the fuck they grow it.
South.
Yeah, the South. All right. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to.
No, I was just gonna say that. So that was the moment. That it was the only moment down there of like, yes, the degenerate has found me somehow.
Yep, there it is. All right. So my final thought is I'm actually stealing it from, I think it's Foreplay Pod again, the Barstool guys. Because it's the Masters episode, I'm sticking with the Masters theme of how many holes do you think you could, I guess there's two ways to phrase this, but I'll say it this way. How many holes do you think you could play at Augusta with one ball? Or I guess another way to phrase that is, how long does it take you to lose a ball?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so one is like the par 4 that goes a little bit up the hill.
There's no water until
there's 11. No. Yeah, right.
So there's no water until 11, and
but I think there is some OB.
Well, I mean, Roars found the OB on 10. But the thing with 10 is you just got to get the ball on the ground and let it ride. Wait, right. What tees am I playing? Am I playing championship tees or am I playing appropriate tees?
No, you're playing appropriate tees. Like if you have the opportunity to play at Augusta National, you're going to play from appropriate tees. Like you're not going to go to Augusta and play at fucking 7,600 yards. Like that would just be fucking retarded.
I think I get to hole 12. Here are my thoughts on it. So water doesn't show up until 11.
Right.
So all I'm really dealing with at that point is trees. But this is a spectating golf course.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, there's off the property, but like off the property is away from like in play. Because again, most of the time we are like people. Like there's galleries everywhere.
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of space at this place. And I mean, yeah, I can hit one off the planet, but like I'm probably going to be able to find it at Augusta because the place is so manicured and so like fabricated and everything is for the Masters tournament. I imagine I'll be able to find most balls. And I'm thinking my only real issue is at 12 or 13 before things get gross. Because even 11, if I hit a good ball off the tee, then I know I can be short right and just let it feed. And if I hit a bad ball, then I have to bail out right anyway.
Right. Right.
So I just don't see the water really coming into play for me on 11.
Yeah.
And again, from appropriate tees, the course is hard. So I'm not saying I'll par all of these holes, but I don't see myself losing a golf ball.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I'm just looking at it now. I mean, one has OB to the right, but like you got to hit it way right to go OB. Two, there's trees, but like you said, like the sea above, right? To your point about the trees.
But two is another hole where I know
it's
there's
way
a couple,
downhill. You just put it out there and just
there's a
let
couple,
it ride the
yeah,
hill.
and there's a couple bunkers out there, but no, this is the only thing without knowing the actual course. I might be able to fly those bunkers. I don't know. Like I have no clue.
Yeah, right.
Because again, those bunkers are set for tournament tees and tournament players.
Right.
I'm sure they're in play for me, but either way, a bunker is not a lost ball.
Yeah,
I might make a big number out of them, but
three
short.
There's no OB. That's the one that's way uphill.
Three might be 4-iron wedge for me.
Yeah. 3 is short. 4 is the par 3.
Five's a bitch, but there's no water. There's trees. You got the bunkers to deal with, but
5 again, there's OB right. But again, you have to go pretty far right through.
That's far.
You have to go through the trees to go OB. So you're probably fine on 5. 6 is the next par 3.
7's a shoot, but
yeah. But again, there's no OB.
Yeah, that ball, you're gonna find that ball. 8's a par 5.
Yep.
Where again, the land does a lot of the work for you.
Yeah.
9, you hit out.
Yep. There's no OB.
9's also kind of in like the middle of the property too.
Yeah.
10 slings left. So 10,
there's OB left.
Yes. 10. Well, actually, I don't know if it's OB because Roars hit that ball onto that fucking cabin and he was able to play it. Yeah. So there's issues left on 10.
Yeah.
There's issues left on 11, but that's so wide.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're onto something. So originally, right, when I heard them kind of talk about it, they were like, oh yeah, no, like 3 holes, whatever. But it was just me listening to them because they posted it on Instagram as like a quick video. But actually stopping and breaking it down, like especially what you said, playing from appropriate tees, I am pretty confident that I could at least get through the front 9
So I guess
without losing a ball.
I'll also, so if I think about this from an average, so if the average handicap is 15.
Yep.
So if I take the average handicap player, average handicap for a right-handed golfer that their miss is a slice, because that is like as general as it gets, right?
Right.
Average golfer.
If you can get out of one, if you can make it off the tee at 1 without going OB, you theoretically shouldn't lose the ball on the front 9, right?
Well, I think if you are a righty that hits a slice, and let's say a massive one shows up, yeah, you could lose a ball on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 5, even 7. But I don't think you're gonna lose it though. That's the thing. Is like
that's the thing. You're not gonna
like
lose.
There's a lot of trees, but they don't lead. The place doesn't look like shit.
Right. Right. Like it's very well manicured. Like it's literally
like
like
they clean the place up.
Tree, pine straw. Like there's no like tree and leaves and fucking.
Yeah, it's not Norton Country Club where you have to get through a chute, and if you fucking bury it into the trees, you're never finding it.
Right. Right.
It's not like that.
Right. There's not like little random bushes everywhere, like thorns you got to climb through. Like it's very well manicured.
Yeah. So I mean, a massive slice. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 5. 9's in the middle of the property. I think you're okay. 10 just knocks it back towards 18. Like you're probably finding the ball. Yeah. So I mean, 1, 2, 3, 5 are problematic. Depending on how shitty you hit it on 4 or 6. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to lose a ton of balls there. Now you might shoot 1,000,000, but
well, that's the other part of it too. Again, I'm not saying that I would play the course well. Like I might shoot a 60 on the front, but I'm pretty confident that I could get through the front without losing a ball. Now the back is a totally different story, right? Because
you could lose a ball on 11, 12, 13. 14's hard. 15, 16.
As a matter of fact, I can guarantee you I'm going to lose a ball on 15. Because 16. I'm either gonna hit it short and hit the water in the front of my approach, or I'm gonna hit it thin and it's gonna scoot over the back and go into the water over by the 16th 16.
Yeah. And I would find it hard to lose a ball on 17 or 18. It's possible on 18.
Yeah, well, 17 and 18 is quite literally in the middle of the property.
Yeah, there are trees right of 18. So a right-handed slice.
Yeah.
Brings those into play.
So.
Actually, you know what? I'm a lefty. I'd probably break par there. Lefties always play good, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they say. So yeah, again, I think I would be okay in the front. I don't think I would lose a ball on the front. Because the other thing too, I'm also going to be like a little bit in my head, right? Like if I step up to the first tee, I'm not going to try and smash the ball, right? I'm just going to be like, all right, take a nice easy swing and just get something in the fairway and get going, right? Like it's if I was playing at Augusta, when I was done shitting myself and then I changed my pants and my underwear and then brought my second pants out and then was ready to play after I puked everywhere too, then I'd be like, okay, just take a nice easy swing, put it somewhere out there, and then we'll actually start playing, right? Like I'm not going to walk up to the first tee box and be like, oh, grip it and rip it, and then hit a massive slice OB it right. You know, like that would be so fucking demoralizing. So yeah, like I said, I would agree with you. I think once you get to 11, things can get squirrely. Because that's when the water comes into play.
Yep.
So
water, wind, it's hard.
I could also see, again, playing from appropriate tees, not saying I would play well, but if I had the opportunity to play, I could see myself playing, like, for me, quote unquote, well, right? If that means shooting a 60 or a 56, right? Like whatever it is, like well on the front, and then like not losing a ball, and then losing like 6 balls on the back. And just getting fucking crushed. So yeah, that would be an interesting thought process. So
I'd love to test it out. So Augusta, if you're listening, I would love to. I would love for you to show me that I'm wrong.
Yeah, please let me play in the course. See what happens. All right. Well, that's going to do it for us for our Masters preview episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you didn't, oh well, whatever. We'll be back to the normal shit on the next episode. So you can before you can get us, we're all these other places. First thing you're going to want to do is subscribe on YouTube and click the thumbs up, like and rate us if you're an audio only guy. You can leave us a review on Apple and Spotify, so go do that. Por favor, mis amigos. Tell everybody you know about the show. Now you can get us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Twitter is Sarcasm_speaks. Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks. The website is sarcasmspeaks.com. You can go to our merch store, buy some merch. While you're in the purchasing mood, you can go to grillyourassoff.com. Use the promo code SarcasmPod to save 15% off your entire order. It's a multi-use coupon, so you can use it every single time you check out. Actually, it's back to 10%. Because I just bought stuff the other day. I just bought more seasonings from Grill Your Ass Off, and I bought the Sailor Jerry barbecue sauce, and I got 10% off the order. So they oscillate back and forth between 10 and 15, and I never know when they change it. But you get 10% off your order. You can also still go to mybookie.com if you're interested in signing up over there, and you can double your first deposit up to $1,000. So that is going to do it for us. Until next time.